The San Francisco 49ers are the best team in the NFC West. And you're going to find out why right here on the Wayne Breezie Show.
Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Breezy this, breezy that. Ain't nobody working like Breezy, and that's a fact. Overmotivated is an understatement. Gold-blooded to the core, got your squad hating. Breezy make it look easy. Breezy on everything like 05, 06, 7 Weezy. This is not a gang. Yeah, we faithful in every way. And even though we on the East Coast, very loyal to the Bay. Heavy red and gold every day. And if you really a Niner fan, I know you can relate. Applying pressure with this content like Smaller Bear. We not accepting no slander about Trey, so beware. I stay in exclusively Niner hats. And I always tell the truth, this exclusively Niner facts. Breezy this, breezy that. They know I'm gold-blooded. I got the Niners on my back, you know. Yeah. Breezy this.
What's going on, everybody? We are back. The WayneBreezie Show, Monday morning. It's time to get back to some 49ers football. I hope you guys enjoyed your bye week because now it's time to get back to work. Now it's time to sit down, watch film, break down film, prepare for them Los Angeles Chargers to come on the way up to San Francisco and get their butts whipped, all right? So we're going to start that off this week. Now, what I'm going to be doing this week is a special week, right? We got Veterans Day this Friday. We're going to be doing something special for our vets, all right? Also, I'm going to be featuring a different content creator each day of the week, all right? So if you're a content creator and you want to come on the WayneBreezie Show and co-host the show with your boy, shoot me a DM or an email, and we'll get you on here at the 11 o'clock show. All right, that's 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys for tuning in. I truly appreciate you guys. I hope you guys are having a great morning so far. I promise to keep the formalities quick, all right? Right now, listen, go to YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube right now, like, comment, subscribe, all right, at the WayneBreezie. Yes, I have a handle. Or you can go to www.youtube.com/@ the WayneBreezie. Make sure you put the @ in there as well so that the URL could work properly. And then we got to do a shout out to our partners over there at Residency. Shout out to our partners, Residency. You go to www.residency.com. Use the promo code, all right? And you can save on your exclusive hats. Now they have t-shirts now as well. All right. So if you guys want to rock some of the Residency tees with the SF to go with the hats or whatever, go ahead and cop those. But make sure you guys use that promo code, all right, SF Breezy, so you can save on your purchase. All right. They got the exclusive Bay Trucker hat out there. I'm gonna tell you guys one of my faves, man. I still want this hat right here. I know that's blocking it, but that corduroy hat is sexy to me. I'm a corduroy guy. Don't act like y'all didn't grow up wearing corduroy pants and them just be going swish, 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 swish. I don't expect the hat to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's on top of the dome piece. But shout out to Residency. Shout out to all the other partners out there that are partnered up and sponsored by Residency. We truly appreciate you over there. All right, guys, let's get this show started. All right, gonna bring on my brother from another mother. He's not a special guest because he's been here multiple times, but there's one thing I love about this guy, and that's his tenacity for his football team. And overall, he's just a great person. Everybody give a round of applause for the one and only, my man, John V from the Locker Room Rant, baby.
What's up, my man?
Hey, I like your black hat better than my black hat. I gotta find my black hat. Is it because you is that a strap back or is that the snapback one?
No, that's a snapback.
So you got the hat, you got the brim built. You got the brim.
I mean, just a little bit, bro, because my head's kind of small, bro, and they look like top hats. I look like Miss Deb in a top hat if I don't fix it, right? So I gotta fix it. No, like no disrespect to the matriarch herself. She's the best. I love her so much.
100%. 100%, John. Well, listen, John, I appreciate you for rocking out with your boy, man. Today, I want to kick off the week. I want to talk about the 49ers, and we're going to talk about why they're the best in the West. And there's a poll question going on out there right now, asking everybody which one of these NFC West teams will the 49ers sweep. We already swept the Rams, so the broom's out. We've got the Seahawks, the Cardinals. We got both of them, and none of them. And believe it or not, John, 2% so far in the poll have voted for none. Now, I'm curious to know what you think.
Oh, man.
Love the Trey Lance jersey, too, by the way.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. Listen, he cannot be forgotten, my man. He cannot be forgotten. So I rep his gear as if he's out there. I think we could sweep the Cards, bro. I think we could sweep the Cards.
Okay. All right. And hold that thought. Don't give me any insight yet. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But for some reason, that's the only thorn in the 49ers side. I feel like the Cardinals are the thorn in their side. I feel like, and we'll break it down. I feel like the Seahawks, we can go out there and beat. All we got to do is stop the run and take away, Geno from running. I ain't worried about him passing. And then it's the Cardinals, though. I don't know. We'll talk about that. But, guys, if you get a chance, John, this weekend, not much was really going on. Few interviews went down. Did you get a chance to check out the the John Lynch interview about Trey Lance with Matt Maiocco?
I did.
Yeah. What were some of your thoughts about, John talking about Trey Lance's work ethic and things like that?
Listen, I mean, we know that Trey's a hard worker, bro. I didn't need John to tell me that, but what I wanted to hear from John was just where is Trey in his progress? And, the one question I had, and I don't know if anybody else in the chat was curious, but is Trey part of all the team meetings, right? That was huge to me, knowing that he's partaking, right?
He said that he was.
He is, yes. And so that was my biggest curiosity. Like, where's Trey? Is he off doing his rehab? Is he not? Is he away from the team? And this interview solidified that. Said that Trey was there every day with the team, and that was great, man. That was probably my. I was most curious, bro. Is where's Trey?
All right, so just in case people didn't get a chance to hear it, I put out a little, I kind of doctor it up a little bit. Shout out to Matt Maiocco and the others over there at NBC Sports 49ers. Let's go ahead and give it a quick listen. I thought the interview was dope. John Lynch does beat around the bush a lot, which is what you're saying, and I get it. But it was some insight onto Trey Lance being prepared and ready to go. And we're going to talk about that right after this. So let's check
how's Trey Lance doing in his recovery, and what does he have to do the rest of this season behind the scenes to put himself in the best position for next year?
Yeah, what you have to do is exactly what Trey is doing already, and that's kind of be a man possessed on recovery and doing everything possible, and that's what Trey's doing. He's living here.
I'm mad he called him
in
Dre.
Our team meetings, which is awesome to see. I think it lifts the guys. He's invested in his team, but he's invested in the healing process, and that was frustrating from early on because it was a weight bearing thing. So he was on that little scooter for a while, which guys were having fun with him about. Now he's on crutches with partial weight bearing, and but he's grinding, and he's convicted to come back and put himself in the best position to be a guy for this team moving forward. And that's what it takes, that kind of single-mindedness, and he has it. And it's one of the reasons we brought him here. We sure wish that never happened, but it did. And Trey's making the best of it and approaching it with a tremendous mindset.
All right, so that's a little bit on Trey Lance. You know what I'm saying? Talking about his mindset. Listen, he said that, he's out there, pretty much grinding, doing all he can to partake with this team. And what are your thoughts? Like, tell me how you feel about Trey Lance going into next year. I know we still got 9 games left this season, but is this still Trey Lance's team next year? I guess that's the question that I'm asking.
Yeah, it is, bro. We invested 2 first-round picks. We moved up our pick. We invested too much capital not to, bro. I know that there's a lot of speculation out there about Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and all of these things. And I just don't believe that San Francisco, can afford to bring either one of those quarterbacks to San Francisco. I just don't believe it. We have too many upcoming contracts. This is Trey's team. This was Trey's team going into the season. This is Trey's team next season. There's no doubt about it, Paul. Why do you suppose the speculation about these other quarterbacks to San Francisco is surrounding this team? Because of their hardships?
No, it's simply because of their ties with the organization. Not necessarily with the organization, but at least with the area, right? They're California boys. They grew up San Francisco 49er fans, and they're on the tail end of their career. I would say Tom Brady's career is a little bit. Aaron Rodgers' career might be about to be more complete than Tom Brady. Tom Brady looked like he could play for a few more years. Mm-hmm. As bad as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers look, Tom Brady still looks great. It's weird. Can you imagine Tom Brady on this team right now with all the weapons, all the tight ends, all the running backs, all the wide receivers, all the pig feet, can you imagine him here? So I think that's why, friend, my bro, there's speculation. Other than that, I mean, look, Jimmy Garoppolo's here. He's doing his job. Now we just need to make sure that he continues to do his job. So we can get to the playoffs and then win. Like that's what it is. Aaron Rodgers has the same type of ties. Remember last year, Kyle Shanahan, or 2 years ago, before the Trey Lance trade, he made the call to Matt LaFleur. It was like, yo, let me get this dude. You know what I'm saying? What you want for him? And Matt was like, nothing. Now I bet Matt wish he would have probably came up off that contract, right? Because next thing you know, Devontae Adams left Aaron Rodgers high and dry and wanted to be traded to the Las Vegas Raiders. So now Aaron Rodgers is kind of stuck between a hard place. So look, I don't think they're gonna call. It's funny that you say they might cost that much, and I'm not saying that I want any of them. I'm ready for Trey, right? But they might end up doing a deal like Jimmy. $12 million.
Bro, first of all,
I think that's Brady more than Rodgers.
Okay, look, after all the weapons that Brady would have on this squad, there's one factor here that doesn't work, right?
Okay.
Shanahan and Tom Brady would not mesh. They would be they're both too ego driven to work together. I see Shanahan, and this is no shot at him, but it's kind of a shot at him, right? I see Shanahan as a guy who likes his quarterback a little softer, a little more on the doormat side, but I don't want to say I don't want to take away from the quarterback, but I think Shanahan likes a guy that he can
control.
That's it. Tom Brady is not going to be controlled by.
And that's why
Shanahan.
Aaron Rodgers isn't here. That's why Tom Brady isn't here. That's why those type of quarterbacks they would work here, but they wouldn't work with Kyle Shanahan. So Trey Lance, though, is like this ultimate type of professional, young gentleman. And it's amazing because unfortunately he's at that part of his career where he has to kind of like do what the coaches are saying and things like that. But I see a little rebel lioness in him, bro. I can see a little nah, Shanahan, that ain't gonna work, dog. Like you ain't out here, dog. I got this. I'm the quarterback.
Right.
I can see a little Rodgers in him, just a little bit. Like I can see it. The more he gets acclimated to football. But right now, shout out to Trey Lance because he's out there recouping, he's out there recovering, and he's gonna come back stronger. The best thing about his injury, bro, is the fact that it was a break. Number one. Number two, he's young, and that means he's only gonna come back stronger. Like we gotta like take that into like hindsight. Like, all right, our quarterback got hurt. Was Kyle running him too much? Some say yes, some say no. It's probably 50-50, right? But here's the thing. When we ask that question, like I just don't feel like no other fan base cares about their quarterbacks running. I didn't hear no Tennessee Titan complain about Malik Willis running yesterday. I don't hear any Kansas City fan complain about Patrick Mahomes running. I just don't see it. Now, I get it. A lot of those plays might not be designed runs, right? Up the middle. I think that's the issue. But the fact that they're out there trying to move the chains, move the sticks, that's what Trey Lance is. Don't take that away from him if that's a part of his abilities. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on that as he comes back?
I mean, I use him no different. Change nothing.
You can now.
Change nothing. Change absolutely nothing. Do not do anything different. This was a freak injury, bro. He just got tangled up. This is easier to come back from than an ACL. This is just a break.
Yes.
He will be fine. He will be fine. Use Trey absolutely no different. I want him to run. I want Shanahan to run him between the tackles over and over and over again. I want him used the same way Josh Allen is used. Just look at the way they use Josh Allen and change nothing.
If I agree, and listen, you and I are probably the only two people that agree. You see everybody out here saying different plays. It's the type of runs. Trey isn't elusive enough. I get it, and a lot of people are blaming Kyle for the type of play calls that he's using. But let me just guys, Trey Lance is built to run. Like, he's built for it. He might not be elusive, and that's okay. He doesn't have to have elusiveness, right? I don't even think Josh Allen is all that elusive. He just is able to make one person miss and keep it moving. Look, when it comes to Trey Lance, I think the best way for him to use his abilities is you have to incorporate the run game, right? But if I'm Trey Lance, I'm like, Trey, I'm you. This is what I'll be doing. I'll be in the weight room. I'll be building, getting my frame just a little bit better. Because you remember, he's still not in his football body yet, guys. Right? You guys got to remember that. Like, he still doesn't have his football body. Oh my gosh. I saw a picture of Jimmy Garoppolo in New England to Jimmy Garoppolo now. God dang.
Trey's young.
That's my point.
Trey's a man. He's a young man. He's not a man. You know what I'm saying?
That's my point.
He's a young man. He's still got growth in that frame, bro. There is no doubt. I know a lot of you guys, I see a lot of you guys think that, Trey's brittle, man. Based off of what? Like,
they saying that
he just got tangled up.
All right, so let's talk about the first injury was the thumb injury, right? That was in a preseason game. He hit his hand on somebody's helmet. I mean, that happens to a lot of quarterbacks, right? Like, all right. And then the second injury, if I'm not mistaken, is this one. All right, so it's two injuries. And the other one wasn't going to allow him to play anyway because Kyle Shanahan wasn't trying to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the only reason why Trey even played is because Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt. So I guess the thing is this. Let Trey be Trey. If Kyle is willing to do that, I think this team will be just fine. And here's why. Now, this is where we're getting to, John. Here's why the team is going to be fine. Just look at the team that they have built around Trey Lance for the next several years.
It's awesome, bro.
They got two starting running backs. Yep. Two. Christian McCaffrey is the one that's getting paid right now. Elijah Mitchell is the one that's still on his rookie contract. Look at the wide receivers. They done secured Debo for another 3 years, right? All right. They got Brandon Ayuk still on his rookie contract. All right. Now, the offensive line is the only focus, in my opinion, that should be their only focus. That and continue to build on the defensive line. I feel like that's the 49ers going forward. Trey Lance is still going to have George Kittle. Trent Williams to be here for at least a couple of more years. Okay. Aaron Banks is progressing well. Spencer Burford looks great like a mug. And then they got other guys that they drafted that are probably going to develop just like Burford, just like Banks. They redshirt guys for their second year anyway. This is going to be something fun to watch, John, as Trey Lance comes back into the realms of his team because he has a squad on offense. A squad.
Yes. And experience. They will have had experience to protect him next season. A lot of people were worried about this offensive line. You didn't do Trey any favors. You're not protecting Trey. You're putting a bunch of bums in front of Trey. They've been lights out. With the exception of McGlinchey, they've been lights out. Trey will have experienced linemen protecting him next season. So it's like there's always context, and this fan base is always just robbing Peter to pay Paul, bro, with objective. Just, you know what I mean? Like, just look at it for what it is, man. He's going to have weapons everywhere. Trey should not be used any different than he was. And we didn't get to see a large enough sample size of it, so nobody could say that it wasn't effective or not.
Right.
We didn't get to see enough.
That's it.
One freak injury, bro.
That's it.
Could happen to anybody. Could happen to anyone.
Where's this comment? I just saw a comment. All right, Rocky Mountain Razorback. Injury rate is 100% in the pros.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even have to explain yourself after that, bro. It's NFL football. You're going to get injured. Whether you're going to be out for the season, out for a few weeks, you're injured. The moment you play the game, your body's injured. Your body's different from what it was before you started playing. That's injury. It's 100%. It's 100%. Look, I just like the fact that Trey Lance is going to come back to a loaded team. So even if he's not great, right? Even if he continues to, develop, he's got the best supporting cast for development. Correct me if I'm wrong.
There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. There's not a team right now, maybe Philly, with equal weapons.
Okay. Same
Philadelphia,
team.
Philly might be built just the same as San Francisco.
Same team, bro.
They've got depth across the line.
Same team.
They've got weapons on both sides of Jalen. It's a carbon copy.
Same team.
And Mariani is not nearly as creative as Shanahan, or Shanahan's creativity has recently come with the addition of McCaffrey, but that's a conversation for another time. But this team is built similar. Trey's got a lot of pressure coming down, Breezie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we know this. There's a ton, because by now he's supposed to look like, by next season, he should have hit the expectation. Well, he should have looked like Fields. And Fields is the only one that I'm going to bring out, because the jury's still out on
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, and
Zach Wilson.
Trevor is Zach Wilson's. I don't know. Zach.
They
That's another thing.
They beat
That
the Bills.
team is carrying Zach.
But it's also okay for his team to carry him. But God forbid they can't carry 49ers can't carry Trey Lance, or they can't carry Jimmy Garoppolo, right? All right. I just wanted to put that out there because you said that. All right. So this is really good conversation, bro. I'm glad you're here. I don't feel good, and you're making me feel good. This is perfect.
I love to be here, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I love this channel. I love my chat. I love all my fellow fans. I love everybody, man. This is everything.
Did you hear what he just said? All right. So here's the thing, right? I love the comparison to the Eagles, mainly. I feel like the 49ers have the upper hand in the running back category. I think that the Eagles may have the upper hand in the quarterback category, only because Jalen Hurts is playing. So he gets the upper hand. But as far as wide receivers, it's a push, just about. I think all the other positions are a push. They may have a better secondary, slightly. But damn it, if our secondary wasn't injured, I would say it's a push.
Yeah, no doubt. Mosley's injury does separate them a bit.
I just feel like they are a clone of the San Francisco 49ers.
They are.
They're just winning their games.
They are.
Steve says
but that's because of the mobile quarterback.
But we don't want Trey Lance to be a mobile quarterback, right?
I want Trey Lance. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, bro, but I want Trey Lance to be a mobile quarterback. That's the entire reason we drafted this kid.
I tell you what, the only reason why Kansas City won the game yesterday was because Patrick Mahomes was a mobile quarterback.
That run was sick.
It
is what it is.
He's good. He's fucking phenomenal.
The Titans play them better than anyone I know.
But John, they always do. You know why?
Yes.
I'll tell you, there's one reason why. Derrick Henry, and they run the damn ball. I wonder what the 49ers would have done if they just ran the damn ball. I'm curious to know.
We try to get cute. First of all, Breezy, listen, bro. Before McCaffrey got here, this team lacked creativity. I said it on my show. I've said it across the board. We just lack creativity. It's it. It's no slight to anything. It's just the fact that we just lack creativity, and McCaffrey brought that. And it's just going to be. I mean, how moving forward? Let's just see the next 8 games, bro.
It's 9 games, right?
Well, 9, but I think 8. I think the 9th game is to be determined, right? For as far as what is that?
Nah, I think it's gonna be in Arizona. I just don't know if it's on a
Arizona.
Saturday or
Yeah.
Sunday.
Okay, so 9 games.
All right, so I gotta check November 6th. Damn. Justin Fields had 3 TDs. He had 3 TDs for 123 yards. Listen, Justin Fields runs the ball. He runs the ball. Like, he does what it takes. And did they win? Did the Bears win?
No, they lost by 3.
Okay, so they still lost at the end of the day.
But they put up 32 on a Miami team with a bunch of nobodies, and half the team I can't say to you. They traded off Roquan and what's his face?
They did put up 32 points. Miami's defense.
They put up 32.
I can't believe I picked up Miami's defense last week. But at least I got 6 points for a touchdown. Because they scored a touchdown. Yeah.
I mean, what separates Fields from Trey Lance, bro? The fact that he's faster, he's a little more elusive.
He's more elusive.
He doesn't have a line worth the dam to protect him. So he's running for his life.
He knows how to slide.
Okay, and he knows how to slide.
But the thing is, they're also letting him play football.
Sure.
That's the only difference.
It's careless. It's somewhat careless in a sense.
Backyard football. Whereas you come to San Francisco, there's only one football. There's only one style, and that's the Kyle Shanahan way. And so no one's taking into consideration how hard it is to learn the play calls. You ever heard some of those play calls? Man, I was sitting here with Johnny Dell. We were going through like it's like a paragraph from one call. And they all have different terminology, meaning different things. Like, and I'm just like, wait a minute, the quarterback has to say all of that? Like, all of that? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, shit, I would never be a quarterback. I miss, halfback dive 22, halfback dive 12. What happened to that? Now it would be like halfback, alpha, bravo, cornerback, cheetah, around the block, apple, Krispy Kreme. What the fuck? What is all that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculously crazy. But listen, guys, the good news is this. And I know we talked about Trey Lance for over 15 minutes. And it's good because he's our future, right? And the good news is this. Trey Lance will be back next year. The team is stacked and loaded. We didn't even talk about how stacked and loaded they are on defense, bro. That's the best part. There's a bunch of one-year guys that they got for one-year contracts. Guess what? They'll go back around and get them again or get other guys for one-year contracts. You know how many defensive linemen want to come to San Francisco now?
John, I would hope that Sue wants to come to San Francisco.
John,
I would hope so.
If you were a defensive lineman, right? Give me one reason why you would want to play for San Francisco.
Kasaric.
Did we prep that? You were behind stage before I got behind the stage, right? So we didn't even converse.
None.
Tell them the reason why you would come to San Francisco if you were a defensive lineman. Say it one more time.
Because Kasaric is going to maximize your potential. He will bring literally the warrior out of you. There's no doubt about it. Have you seen that guy get down? Dude, he gets down in a stance. He screams until he has no voice, bro. Kasaric is a monster, dude. He'll get you so pumped. You will run through a wall playing for Kasaric. He's got the God-given talent, Breezy. He's intelligent, and these guys want to play for him. They know his name across the league. There's nobody better.
Oh my gosh. I forgot about this, Cowboy Angel. Duh. Listen, it all depends on Eric Armstead's return table. That's it. It all depends on his return table time. I'm hoping Eric Armstead will be able to go out week 10. If not, I don't know. I really think you're gonna have to start making some calls. Like, I really do believe you're gonna have to make a call and go get this guy. I could care less about his what demeanor he comes or if he steps on a quarterback. Just get the guy. Just stop the freaking run and get a sack. That's it. I don't care how you do it. Just don't get a penalty when you're doing it.
Is he still that guy? I've never heard anything about him since he was that guy. He was the bad guy.
He wasn't the bad guy in Tampa last year.
No,
I'm surprised.
No.
I bet you they wish they had his ass back right now.
Damn right. They're down 2 centers, I think. I mean, nonetheless, bro, my point is this. If Sue has ties with Kasarik and this plantar fasciitis that Armstead's dealing with, are you trying to tell me right now that San Francisco has not reached out to Sue, not once?
It's not that they probably haven't reached out to him, John. It's more like the number.
One come now.
The money though. So like Sue if I need you and you know I need you, how much you gonna charge? What's your price?
I'm gonna tell you, get creative. Start moving some money around.
No, you ain't gonna say that.
Start moving some money around. Sign me for 2. Give me 1.6 with incentives.
Hell nah, Sue ain't playing for no 1 point. John,
I'm coming in the middle of the season, bro. I'm suiting up in 2 weeks.
Sue got to get at least $5 million. At least.
For what? For 8 weeks, 9 weeks, bro?
Yo, bro, he's in demand. All right, everybody out there in the chat, how much do you think Ndamukong Suh would ask for to play for a team right now?
Okay, to be fair, my number is based off of what very little we have to work with right now. So, chat, keep that in mind.
I'm just saying. Ty asked, does Sue even want to play? He says he wants to play, man. He's just looking for the right team and the right offer. And he said he's in shape. He's in football shape. He's been keeping his body. So he's in football. He's in, I would say, physical shape, but not football shape. All right. So some people out there, these are the numbers. I don't think they're being realistic.
I mean, that's a little high. That's 3.5 is way too much. It's going to
cost $5 million, bro. We got $5 million. Cowboy Angel says $3.5 million for rental price. Niner Faithful $2.5 million. Bomber T $5 million. 49er Jeff 3. Marcus 2.5. Eddie says I'm not giving him more than 2.
I'm with Eddie, dude. 2 with incentives, bro.
Guess who you're not getting with $2 million?
I mean, the market dictates the demand dictates the market, right? No. Sue still wants to play for a contender.
Only during free agency time. This is time to build your team to go for a championship. If you're all in, it's going to cost. So you got to decide. Do you want to be all in? Because if so, you get them. That solidifies your run defense. Now you can easily let Armstead take his time to come back. I would IR Kinlaw for the remainder of the season, and you rock out with Sue and all those other dudes in rotation. That's what you do. But it's going to cost.
Move Trent's money around.
Man, I ain't touching.
He's going to be here. He's going to retire here at 65 anyway.
I don't know.
Just move his money around.
I don't want to touch Trent's money, but somebody's money's got to get touched. But we got the $5 million, bro.
Yeah, but we still need money. If we give him 3.5, okay, so to speak, if we give him anything over 3, we still have to have money to move around. Don't we have to be able to move money around from practice squad to the 53? Don't we have to swap that?
Nah. I mean, it's not a lot, but
it's under $1 million, maybe.
Yeah, I think the 49ers, they got to figure out, like, look, from a defensive perspective, are we all in? So, like I said, it's gonna depend on Eric Armstead. I think they're believing they're gonna get Kinlaw too. Like, I really do believe they're gonna get Kinlaw. Okay, so this is probably why they're not making the move. But God forbid if the injury report came back and it came back not as positive as they thought, especially for, let me ask you this question. Can the 49ers win with Kinlaw and not Eric Armstead? If Kinlaw was able to come back, are you confident in the defensive line without Armstead?
Yes, but if the knee stays at bay, if that inflammation stays at bay, if they can control that, I believe that. I believe that.
I don't think inflammation is controllable. I think
No,
it's
I mean,
tolerable.
okay,
It comes
so
down to your tolerance, right?
all right, so this Armstead, this foot, this plantar fasciitis that he's dealing with, right? We have never heard Armstead. Correct me if I'm wrong. This fasciitis stuff, is something that progressively affects you, right?
Oh,
like it didn't just. You heard about plantar fasciitis and Armstead? Have you put the two together in the last 3 seasons? I have not heard him tied to that foot situation ever.
So
none.
So plantar.
I'm just curious. Like, what if it's turf toe?
It's not turf toe. It's totally different from turf toe.
I know, but what if they're just saying it's plantar fasciitis?
Well, I mean, I currently have that and it hurts, and I'm not playing football. I complain about my feet every day. Now there's ways.
Have you been dealing with that for? Has this been?
It built up over the last 3 years, and because I probably didn't get it checked out or didn't know what it was at first, you know what I'm saying? I let it build up. So if he look, the balls of his feet hurt. I can tell you that right now. And so the only way to I guess, to deal with it is to not be on your feet. The more I'm off my feet, the better it feels.
Well, then we have a problem in San Francisco, bro, because we owe him a lot of money, and we got a problem.
It's just a problem right now. Like I don't look. He has money and he can get doctors to get his shit fixed. Me, on the other hand, I don't got no money. So I got to figure out if I'm going to go to the podiatrist and have them look at my feet and things like that. But there are orthotics that he can get to where he can play. It's just more getting the inflammation down so that he can get his feet fit and then, get into that. So he's gonna be fine. Oh, my brother Sean is here. Sean, I love you, bro. Just wanted you to know that I haven't been reaching out to you, Sean, only because I just wanted to give you some time. But please text me at the show. Just give me an update. Just anything you need. We got you over here, Sean. We love you and we're praying for you and your family as well, Sean. So thank you for tuning into the show. Appreciate you, man. Love you, bro.
Sean.
100%. Wait a minute. I didn't know you can have surgery to fix it. See?
I don't know anything about it. I know he's too big and too tall, and I can imagine it's awful.
I can't explain. I can't even explain to you the pain. That just hurts, bro. So for me, right? I went running today. I ran 4 miles, right? I don't feel it when I run. But the moment I walk, I feel crippled. I'm like, oh my gosh, my feet hurt. I need crutches. So it's weird. So look, I'm just saying, if I had to shut down one of the two, if I had to pick, I'm shutting down Kinlaw because I need that knee to fully heal. I don't know what's causing the inflammation and the flare-ups and things like that. I'm gonna say, Eric, man, it's week 10. Can you go get some orthotics and put in your shoes? You know what I'm saying? We got the doctors. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But look, again, the defense is going to be a problem next year because we were talking about Trey Lance and his recovery and his return. And then into that, we started talking about, the defense players and their injuries as well. But let's go ahead and move forward. Let's get to this NFC West, bro, because the Seattle Seahawks currently are the best team ranked-wise, schedule ranked. They're 6-3 in the NFC West, but the 49ers have the best record in the NFC West. You feel me? So let's talk about that. Because I feel like the Niners are the best team in the NFC West.
Who has Seattle played
We got some breaking news real quick, John. So the 49ers are signing wide receiver Tajay Sharp to their practice squad. Now, if you remember back in the day, let me go ahead and write this down there. We got breaking news.
Tajay Sharp. Did he play for Denver?
Tajay Sharp, do you got a computer with you? If you can pull up his stats, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Now, remember, the 49ers were working out wide receivers about a week ago, remember? And I thought the guy that they would bring back was Mohamed Sanu, but Tajay Sharp was on the list.
All right, so he was a scratch in 2020. 2021, he had 230 yards. He averaged 9.2.
Is where I remember him from.
Yeah, I mean, his career. Yeah, he was a Titan from 16 to 19. He averaged a little over 12 as a Titan.
Okay.
His best season as a Titan was in 2016. He had 522 yards. 2018, he dropped significantly down to 316. 2019, he was at 329. But he's averaging 12, 12.7, 12.2. 2019, he had 13.2. So as a Falcon, he had his lowest of his career.
I freaking love breaking news stuff on the show. John, so here we go. Once he gets acclimated, does he replace snaps from Juwan Jennings and Ray Ray?
He better not. I mean, Ray, I'm not sold on Ray, bro. I mean, Ray is Richie James 2.0.
Carry, man.
I don't know, dude. I love JJ, man. And I mean, my heart is clouding my head, but I just feel like if Tajay Sharp is going to be an end zone threat, then so be it.
I don't think he's an end zone threat.
Then Jennings, is he going to be a third? Is he's going to be our third down? He's going to be our third down.
That's what I'm asking. Because you told me he was averaging 12. That sounds like a slot guy to me. All right, I'll tell you what. I'll get his.
That was a minute ago, though. I mean, that was a while ago.
That's 2 years ago, John. It's just 2 years.
His best season was 2016, bro.
But then he's kind of been like replaced by other receivers that came in. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know how
that's fair. That's fair.
I don't know if that's fair, but I don't know how you want to look at it. Like, I don't know if that's bad, if that's good. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you implying that they're lighting a fire under JJ?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm applying. I'm glad that you know me. That's exactly what that's exactly what I'm implying. I'm trying to find
stop. They gotta stop telling. They gotta stop telling the world, bro, that they don't believe in their picks. Like,
I don't think
stop doing this, bro.
Dude, he was a 7th round pick, and it's not that they don't believe in him. I think they believe in him. I'm just saying that they're bringing him in, right? And so now this kid has a chance. You get what I'm saying? To prove himself again. Look, the thing that gives. All right, so let me ask you this: what gives Ray McCloud more opportunities than Juwan Jennings in the slot?
He's a returner.
That's it, right? So
special teams, bro.
So I can see him not getting the X, but we're talking a different type of a slot guy. And I love Juwan Jennings. I do. But we're going into the 49ers. They're all in. They're trying to figure this stuff out. And Jennings is coming off of an injury.
So Tajay Sharp is the answer.
No, it's not about being the answer. It's about being a complementary piece.
Okay, fair. Can he return the ball? Is he cerebral enough to down it in the end zone, then run 2 yards?
That's why I don't think he replenishes Ray.
Yeah, Ray's just not. He's just not I have no taste buds for this guy, bro. He's just Richie James 2.0 for me, bro.
Man. Come on, man. Come on. Ray's been playing solid football.
Breezie, if you hit him full sprint, he's a small frame and he does not absorb hits very well. That's my criticism. Outside of the fact that he's not very cerebral on the returns, which we had that problem with Richie. Richie was the same way.
I just don't know what the freak that they changed Richie James, man. Richie James was fine. And then somebody said something to him. And then next thing you know, he started playing safe. That's my point. I don't know if that was Richard Hightower. And I don't know if that's the difference between him and Schneider, but I don't know. You gotta be gutsy on special teams because all you got to do is make 11 people miss. And I know that sounds hard, but it really comes down to, all right, here's what makes the 49ers special teams better. When their starters are able to play football, because now the depth that was there on special team is back. And so now their special teams is going to go back to being great, which it was in the first 2 weeks of football. It was like number one. And then they started losing special teams players to go play on the offense, to go play on the defense. And so now they're going to be getting those guys back because the 49ers are replenishing. You get what I'm saying?
Sure. Okay. I mean, I like Tajay Sharp better than the list of names I saw last week. I saw Sanu was back on the list. And then I can't remember the other 4 names, maybe 3.
All right, we
like
got
4
more
receivers.
breaking news, John. You ready for this?
Okay.
I don't know, but Jay Glazer, shout out to Peachy. Jay Glazer says the 49ers will be a part of the bidding war for wide receiver. Finish the blank.
Where? Who?
Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh, I don't even want Odell here, bro.
Y'all bugging. All y'all bugging. If you ever don't want Odell Beckham Jr., get the fuck out of my podcast. Like, y'all listen, you're adding another weapon. Developing. You can't develop somebody with 9 weeks left to play and you trying to win a freaking Super Bowl. Sorry, I don't mean to curse. My bad. You can't.
Listen.
Danny Gray, love you. Are you developed? No. Go develop.
No.
Yeah, develop right now. Ray. You ain't it either.
Yeah, but why aren't we investing time into developing?
Because
why aren't we developing?
John, you can't develop right now. You're in mid-season form. Let me ask you this question, John. Do you want to win? You want to win every game?
100, bro. 100.
Then you can't develop players right now.
Okay, that's fair. But understand one thing. Understand my one thing. What do we need right now more than Odell Beckham?
I know it's what you need, but you got to play numbers, right? So look, let's say, all right, I know you might not see it like this, but play the numbers game. And you asked about Kyle being creative, and you saw how creative he got when he added Christian McCaffrey. Now, this is not a shot to Brandon Ayuk or Debo. This is a shot to make them better. It's almost like an injection because now you're adding Odell Beckham. Well, guess what, John? If you put Odell in the slot, who gonna cover him?
I mean,
nobody.
He's coming off a ACL twice.
Doesn't matter.
Back to back.
Doesn't matter. That's why it's a low risk, high reward, right? You're not going to pay him a bunch of money, even though it's going to be a bidding war. I'm sure the 49ers will back out once the money gets too high. Excuse me. They'll back out once the money gets too high. But this is what bidding wars, John. We've been in bidding wars before. You know, yo, you want this? All right, I want it too, yo. I'm up 50. All right, man, 51, 57. All right, 60, 80, 90, 300. Damn, I'm mad because now I got to wait for somebody to creep up to 300. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's all it's going to be. So 49ers can be doing something 2 ways. A, they could be trying to add OBJ. B, they could be driving up the price for like the Rams who ain't got no money to get back into a bad negative financial situation. So this could be a win-win for the Niners. I'm petty like that, and that's how I'm thinking, and I'm going to stick to it.
I mean, I could see them driving up the price for the NFC. Not the Rams, because I don't think the Rams could touch them with a stick. But I think they're going to try to drive up the price for the NFC. I would imagine that.
Wow. That would be crazy. Look, if the 49ers can get OBJ, CMC, they got Debo, They got BA. They got George Kittle, aka JGK, aka the Joker, aka I'm the wrestler, aka the People's Champ, aka I don't even know what to say. Kyle Juszczyk will be back as well, aka Juice. Bro, I'm trying to think, how can a defense stop all the pieces on the offense? Everybody's talking about Philly this, Philly that. You know what Philly's doing? They adding pieces. You know what they did?
But OBJ could potentially hurt this core, bro.
How? How can it hurt the core? Because
I watched him. How many snaps could he get? Maybe what, 15?
I'm trying to figure out why you say he's gonna hurt the core because
I watched him destroy Cleveland. I watched him.
But John, that's not fair because earlier you just said that you ain't seen Ndamukong Suh being Ndamukong Suh since he left Detroit. Well, he changed. OBJ didn't destroy the Rams. He got destroyed. He got hurt. Matter of fact, if OBJ would have continued to play, man, didn't he get hurt in our game? Oh, no, he got hurt in the Super Bowl.
You got hurt in the Super Bowl.
I'm just saying.
There's a chance. I guess, bro, my only concern with OBJ is that he demands the ball. He demands it, Breezie.
Yeah, but it's different. It's different when you're coming to so no one factors in the 49er way. You guys tell me that we got the best way mentality, community, like the best in football. When you come here and you walk through those doors and you see the Jerry Rice, you see the 5 Lombardis, you go through the Eddie DeBartolo Hall of Fame and all that type of stuff, you change. It's a quick mental flip. You're like, oh, snap. How can I be a part of this? It's called a legacy. OBJ ain't in no legacy. He got a Super Bowl ring. And guess what he can bring to this team that none of these cats got? A ring. And ain't nobody talking about that. You get OBJ here, I'll pay him $5. I'll pay him whatever. You get him here. I don't care if he get 10 snaps a game. Make him all 10 catches.
Okay, so now you add another dynamic piece to this team. And what if Jimmy cannot deliver?
It's almost impossible for him not to. All Jimmy got to do is flip the motherfucking ball to somebody, bro. He don't even got to drop back and throw it. OBJ, you stand near Debo, you go right there. If I get under duress, I'm just going to toss it to you. CMC, be ready to the side. Hey, George Kittle, stay over the middle. BA, take the route down deep because I'm looking to go deep. Bro, ain't what the how they going to all right. That's a great question, John. How they gonna send rushers if we got all them pass catchers going out to catch passes?
You're gonna have linebackers covering underneath.
You ain't answer my question. How you gonna stack 8 in the box if I got 7 people that's gonna catch a pass? 8 people. Well, how many people on the offensive line? 5 on the offensive line, 5 plus. Yeah, I said it right.
Okay. So you force us to throw.
Well, 5.
You're gonna stack the box. You're gonna force San Francisco to throw the ball.
So they stack.
I am somewhat concerned about Jimmy just flipping the ball. Jimmy can't throw a screen above the waistline. It's down the ankles, kneecaps, outside, behind. These simple throws we struggle with. But I'll give you this.
Understood.
Look,
you got 5 people. You got 5 weapons, 5 different weapons at all times, which means that it's going to be confusing for the defense. That's what I meant to say. When I said 7 or 8, I meant in totality, but there's only 11 people out on the field. One's a quarterback, right? So you can only have 5. That's where the personnel comes in. But can you just imagine OBJ? Oh my gosh, an 11 personnel?
I mean, I do. I see it.
That's 3 wide receivers. Who are you covering, John? You can't.
OBJ doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be. He just. Ideally, we need to get the ball to Ayuk and Debo.
See,
he's not going to get. How many snaps could he get?
I feel like that's where you're wrong. You just got to get the ball to a playmaker. I don't give a
That's
who it is.
okay. So George has spent the majority of his time blocking. So yes, adding another weapon, I guess it's fair. I
just feel like the more playmakers you have, the more opportunities you have. We just said that Trey Lance next year is going to have a squad, right? And we haven't seen him do it, but we believe that he will. And this is the first year Jimmy has ever had a squad. First ever. This squad is way better than the 2019 squad.
That's
because
true.
Debo was a rookie. There was no Brandon Ayuk. We had speed as Raheem Mostert and those guys and Tevin Coleman and those guys. But look at the running backs. You can't tell me our running backs aren't better now than they were then. The offensive line may have been better in 2019. That's the only thing I'll give 2019's offense. You got a better Kittle. Juice check is better. The running game is better. The receivers are better. Now we talk about adding another receiver, broski, and OBJ status. Please get me in that bidding war, man.
Can we afford it? It sounds beautiful, but can we afford it?
I don't care about that. Everybody and their mama care about salary cap except for WayneBreezie. At the end of the day, I'm on my Ram shit. Y'all be on y'all 49er shit. That's cool. I just be on the Ram shit. I don't care about the salary cap. And maybe we should stop because we're getting it done. We just traded for CMC. We traded picks and we got it done. Now we're possibly going to be able to sign a free agent like OBJ who wants to play. And if I'm OBJ, I want to stick it to the Rams because they let me go after I got injured. So I'm going back to a team where I could punch back in the mouth. That's me personally.
Okay. I will entertain this because I want what's best for my squad. But I do still think that we need to consider a DT. I still believe that we need to, I read somewhere in The Athletic that the San Francisco's offense will take over for the defense, that they will, the second half of their season, they will.
Oh, you did. That's funny because I'm surprised they didn't publish.
I read it. I said it. I'm wording it wrong because,
No, you're wording it right. This is exactly what I said, but it's all good.
It said somewhere that the Niners will go undefeated in the second half of their season and that the 49ers offense will outperform the defense down the stretch. That's exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm.
With the addition of OBJ, that would be. Look, are they factoring this in?
Look, OBJ, realistically, because of the 49ers financial situation, it probably won't work here. But the fact that they're getting into a bidding war gives me hope that they can possibly get him here. Now, you guys don't have to agree with my take, and I don't want you to. You guys can have your own realistic takes. But listen, no one agreed with me when I said that CMC would be a 49er, and now he's here. I'm just saying, like, it's win now. And you got to do whatever it takes to win now. And if they could be creative, like John said earlier on this episode, hey, Trent, you ain't played that much this year. I'm going to restructure your money and do some stuff.
I see what
you said.
Doing.
Be creative. Hey,
fair,
it can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Now, where
so
OBJ signed? That's different.
Okay, so look at the teams invested. I see the chat's got Dallas, the Vikings, Buffalo.
Money. They got money. Von Miller will recruit OBJ. Dallas got the bread, period, point blank. But here's the thing. You bring in OBJ. What does that do for CeeDee Lamb? Anyway, I don't care. That's their problem. Number 3, what was the other team? Minnesota? OBJ. Damn, that's crazy. That would be the toughest wide receiver trio in the league.
I remember Buffalo didn't want to invest much capital. They wanted to save their draft capital. They weren't even in on McCaffrey, were they?
No, they didn't. They weren't.
And they don't even
This is free agent.
They need a running back.
So this is them just spending money now.
Just spending money.
Yeah. That's what
Can
it
they
comes.
afford it?
I think Buffalo can. I know Dallas can. Dallas got bread. We'll see. This is gonna be crazy, man.
I don't see KC. They just got Tony. I don't see them investing in OBJ.
I still want Derek Brown, Collie. I do, but apparently the Panthers they won't trade any defensive pieces. They're gonna. It looks
Do
like
you
the
blame them?
Panthers. No, they want to build off their defense. Plus, he was on his rookie contract too, so I was probably like way out of my league. But with saying that I wanted Derek Brown, but I've been wanting CMC for the past 3 years. So only because I felt like that was the piece that Kyle Shanahan meant to draft, but he couldn't because he had to draft in the trenches. So
if you're
now
OBJ, do you want to play for Dallas or do you want to play for San Francisco? I mean,
it's gonna come or Minnesota.
Dallas,
you put Minnesota out there. Kirk Cousins is balling. Like,
did you see him wearing all the? Did you see him wearing all that ice? He was iced out,
bro. I freaking love Kirk Cousins, bro. I know people don't like him. I love
He's goofy as
Kirk
hell,
Cousins.
bro. He's so goofy.
No, because he's an under freaking dog. I'm an underdog. He's an underdog. And that's what I love about underdogs. You keep trying to lock us down. You keep trying to bury us. Nah, son. We work harder. We scrappy. We go out and get the job done. That's what Kirk Cousins does. I hate to say it, but if Kirk Cousins was the 49ers quarterback, they have a Super Bowl ring. I hate it. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I just know. It is what it is. But John, this has been fun, man. Now, the best in the West. We got to touch on that. Got a few minutes.
All right.
6-3 Seahawks, 4-4 49ers. The other teams are below 500. What are your thoughts about that?
I'm not sold on Seattle. I'm not sold on Geno Smith. Who has been their toughest opponent at this 6-3?
Us.
San Francisco has been their toughest opponent. Maybe Atlanta after us. They haven't faced anybody yet. And if Tom got his groove back, they're gonna go to Munich and potentially get beat there. I think they do. They do.
Okay.
I believe they do. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they
tough,
do.
Man. I'm watching the Seahawks, bro, and they don't look like the same team when we first played them, bro.
Their
they got a running game now.
They got like in.
Geno. John.
What?
It just cut us out. Geno and Geno is winning, bro.
He's
winning.
Pretender, bro. Pretender.
Look, I'm not scared of the Seahawks. I just know that Geno's winning. The Seahawks are 6-3. Now, the good thing is this. The 49ers beat them, right? And they beat them by taking away the run game. And I think you do it again. I like Kenneth Walker, but hopefully Eric Armstead and Javon Kinlaw will be good to go week 15 because you're going to need to make sure you keep this kid, at bay. And the only issue to me with Seattle is freaking Pete Carroll. Like, he's going to go all out. So you didn't see any. Now, remember, that game, they only had Juju from the first game because of the blocked field goal. Remember that?
Yes.
Gotta eliminate that because we're going out to Seattle. I'll be out there. You got to eliminate any Juju to ignite that 12th man in Seattle. But John, I was asking you earlier about the poll question, and we'll go ahead and wrap this poll question.
Let me see the poll.
We're going to get to it. I'm more, and I hate to use the word worried, but I'm more worried or concerned about playing the Cardinals, bro. Like, and there's only one reason why. Like, Kyler Murray, for some reason, gives the 49ers fits. And as bad as their team has been, when they play the 49ers, they don't play as bad.
he breaks down by the end of the season. He usually gets banged up. I'm counting on that, actually.
I'm hoping too. Look, bump the end of the season. They break down in the second quarter. Look, they had an amazing first quarter yesterday. And then you saw him yelling on the sideline. I'm like, what the heck? I say you take away Hopkins and you keep Kyler Murray out of the end zone on his feet. He's gonna run. He's gonna run. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna have to run in order to beat the 49ers. He's not gonna be able to beat the 49ers throwing. He's gonna have to run.
See, that's my most fear is when he's mobile and he throws on the run.
Right.
That's when he freaks me out the most.
He's the toughest quarterback in the NFC West, hands down.
But when we play the Seahawks, Pete Carroll, the way that they run their offense, they always get us to cave on the outside, on the edges, and then Russ would always run right up the middle. And they know we're weak up the middle right now. So that's what Russ always attacked us right up the gut, bro. Do you remember that?
I do.
He would run straight up the middle.
I remember that 100%. I would think, John, that the 49ers would have learned from playing like Patrick Mahomes about that. Because remember that they were taking bad angles. They were like, Fred Warner was playing the worst depth of his life. I'm like, dude, you're not too far back. Then you're too far back. I'm like, oh man, they were just off that game. I would think that's because it's an AFC team and they didn't give two shits. But I would think playing an NFC West team, they would give two shits. I think it would be different.
Oh, no, there's no doubt about it. San Francisco's not about to go into this. Do you think that Seattle scares this San Francisco team right now healthy?
No.
I mean, don't you think that San Francisco wants to show the world that this Seattle team has just not, they haven't played us. They haven't been anything since week 2. Week 2, we beat you. You haven't played anyone since you played us. You're about to play the Bucks. If Tom got his groove back, bro, they could lose to the Bucks. They could go 8-8, and we could go 12-5.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I could see them splitting with the Rams. They're not going to beat the Chiefs. Who else do they play?
That's a good point.
Right? They're not going to beat the Seattle's not beating the Chiefs. They're not going to beat the Jets. They're not going to beat us. I don't know, man. I don't see this team. I see this team has what, maybe 4 home games at that godforsaken 12th man. And I think the Niners have what? How many home games do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? Maybe. All right, whatever.
It's either 6 or 7. The quarterback that gave the 49ers the most fritz this year on the ground was Marcus Mariota. So
without a doubt,
you have to look at that. Now, those were quarterback design runs, like to the sides, not necessarily. He had that one run up the middle on the 3rd and 15. I was so mad. That's Kyler Murray, though. But Kyler Murray is quicker, smaller, and harder to bring down.
We got Ibukum on the outside. We can bring Huff into the box. Okay, because if Verrett comes and plays outside, they move Jimmy back to safety, and Diamador Lenore goes to nickel. Bro, we should have speed on the outside to get Kyler.
Okay. I think they contain the outside, right? And I know we're skipping the game, so don't get it twisted, but we're talking about the NFC West here. You continue to contain the outsides, and you force him to run up the middle, and you spy him. I feel like this is the spy game. I thought we would get the spy game for the Atlanta Falcons game, but this has got to be the spy game. This has got to be the spy game. You got to keep a guy, and Greenlaw should be back too. Don't forget about we're not talking about Greenlaw playing, and Aziz Al-Shaair should be back as well. Hopefully by this Mexico game. Now, John, before we get up out of here, and I truly appreciate you for jumping on the show, and I definitely want you to promote your your channel, your brand, all that good stuff. I do want to ask you really quickly, give me your quick insight, because we got the Chargers this week. Give me some quick insight on how you feel like this Chargers game is going to pan out, just in case I don't get a chance to talk to you for the rest of the week. But I want to get your thoughts on that very quickly. Chargers 5-3, 49ers 4-4. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I mean, I don't know if everyone's still banged up over there in the Chargers. Bosa's still banged up. Khalil Mack, I don't know if he'll be
Mack
there,
is
right?
fine. Mack is
Mack's
fine.
fine. What about Williams?
Williams is which defender did they lose? Oh my gosh. Mike Williams is out for a couple of more weeks. Keenan Allen may be out. He didn't play last week. I'm sure he'll play this week because it's the 49ers.
Right.
That's just how it works. And they lost Asante Samuel, I believe, for the season.
And they lost. Yeah, they lost somebody else. So JC Jackson, maybe.
JC Jackson is who they lost. I'm sorry, not Asante Samuel. JC Jackson.
Okay. So
and
I think we can beat them. We play them at home. We play them at our home, Levi's. I think San Francisco starts this. Like I said, bro, I think we can win out here. I truly believe we can.
Okay. Give me what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write my article. Give me one key factor. I'm gonna get one from everybody that shows up this week. Give me one key factor and stopping the Chargers.
We get home on Justin Herbert and we shut it down. Get home on Justin Herbert, bro.
On Herbert. All right. I got your key factor. I'll make sure I put it in the next article for 49ers Web Zone. I'll quote John V and I'll elaborate on that. All right.
I mean, can you give me yours before we go?
Well, I mean, there's a bunch of things. But I'm gonna highlight you guys this week in the article. But if my thing, and you said get home on Herbert. For me, it's what Cowboy Angel says. Just take freaking their running back out. Like take him out. Do what you got to do. Injure him. I don't care. Gotta eliminate him. Austin Eckler is the key to their.
He's all they got right now.
He is the key. Look, I'd rather Keenan Allen, Mike Williams play than Austin Eckler. That's it. You take Austin Eckler out, you're eliminating the run game. Then you forgot he's the threat in the pass game. So Eckler's got to go. Yeah. However, by any means necessary. He's got to go. Now, the one thing I do like about Justin Herbert, he's mobile, but he's more like a Trey Lance. He's kind of stiff back there. That's exactly who Herbert is. Oh my gosh.
Well, we can rattle Herbert, bro. I'm not sold on them. They're too banged up right now. They're going to force Allen out there at 60, 70%. We got to get home. That's it, bro. I just pressure him. Dude, what is Bosa's at 8.5 sacks? I bet
he's low on the totem pole because of that mother fricker from Matthew Judon from New England. Boy, that boy balling. Bosa still should be top 5, but dang, Judon had like 3 last time I checked, and that was like the third quarter yesterday. So he was balling yesterday.
It's it, bro. We disrupt the pass. It's just get home for me, bro.
I got you. I like it. Get home. Get home. Get at home. Get home. Get home at home. I like that, bro. That's what I'm gonna title it. All right, John. Let everybody know where they can find you, when you air, the times you air, all that good stuff, bro.
Family, you can catch me live on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern at the Locker Room Rant. It's a show with 2 of my best friends, Tony and Nick. We talk about everything 49ers. We talk the Buffalo Bills, the Cleveland Browns. We talk the Cavs, the Trailblazers, the Sixers. We talk all sports, family. We do basketball, baseball, everything, if there's a sport that you want to talk about, if there's something that you want to talk about, join us in the chat, enlighten us, and we'll give you what we can, man. We love it, bro. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
Anytime, man.
I love you too, my man. I love you too.
Man, look, you're a blessing, and I truly appreciate everything that you do for me and everybody here in the 49ers community. John, before we jump off, because we're going to jump off together, which one of these NFC West teams will the 49ers sweep? 46% of the chat votes said both.
Damn. I didn't get to vote, but I mean,
I
don't know that I would have voted both, but I say Seattle.
Well, you're already up 50% on Seattle, so you just got to win one more. You know what I mean? And 14% said the Cardinals, 33% said the Seahawks. Peachy says both of them. 4%. I'm dying to know which 4%. It's got to be non-49er fans that had said none. If you're a 49er fan and you picked none, please DM me. I want to know who you are. I want to see the brave person you are that picked none. All right. That picked none. Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me plug my Patreon thing, man, because I'm not getting enough exposure on this thing, bro.
Oh man,
listen, family. I got about 8 Patreons. I'm sponsoring 8 Patreons on Breezie's Patreon here at the WayneBreezie show. I want you guys to get in on these what do we call it, Breezie? The After Dark with behind the scenes After Dark with WayneBreezie. Listen, folks, you guys get in here. You get in the Patreon. We talk off the YouTube channel. We get to see Breezie and we get to hear Breezie outside of this platform. And you get to really get to know Breezie for who he is, because family, we love him here. You guys get him unchained on the Patreon, bro. And you get to really understand how he truly feels. So family, you hit me up in my DMs on Twitter. You guys just tell me what, I'll sponsor you 1 month. You join us. You get to experience the Patreon. But the best part is the one-on-ones or the groups with Breezie after the fact. Like, he puts his content on there. You guys can indulge in that, but you can't miss the one-on-one or group with him. We get to just chop it up, bro. We laugh. We talk shit to each other. We just love it, man. And we get to just be real, bro. You guys get to be real. So jump in, take advantage of it. I'll sponsor you 1 month. If you like it, you hang on. And if it works out and you guys take advantage of this, I'll do it again, bro. Also, Breezie, I'll talk to you off the air. The Locker Room Rant and I want to do something to get you back up. We haven't figured it out yet. What milestone do you want? What can we do to build the channel? We've talked it out. All 3 of us want to do something to
help build your channel, man. Don't worry about it, man. We gonna all be all right. Listen, that's what we do. We're a community over here, right? So we're building each other, and that's what I want us to continue to do. You know what I'm saying? If you're a 49er content creator, we want to help build you. That's what the WayneBreezie Network is all about. It's all about building. So guys, man, I'm telling you, man, just be in for the long run. We're going to get back up and running. I'm hoping I got it tomorrow. I was going to actually join your show, and then I got a phone call that I have to play for the governor. I'm trying to figure out, because what if the governor loses? Does he still want us to play? I'm just curious. Tomorrow's election day. Right.
Dude. That's a sad. You got a sad lineup? You got a list of something sad?
Everything is get up, get down, get funky, get loose. We getting loose. I'm telling you right now, but win or lose, we getting crunked tomorrow. I'm drinking all the free drinks, and we're gonna have a good time and get crunked over there with the governor on his expense. All right, now listen. Join the Patreon. John already told you guys, patreon.com/WayneBreezie. All right, there's a bunch of exclusive shows up there. There's film content breakdown up there as well. So make sure you guys go ahead and join it. But the cool thing is, if you become a Legends tier, we do once a month, we do a get together. It's like a jamboree. The only thing is, we're not together live, so we don't, but we eat, we bring our food on there. We just have a good time. We play some Kahoot, and we give away 3 prizes. First, second, and third place wins, and they're all great prizes. Donated by the lovely Miss Debbie. So guys, make sure you go ahead and join the Patreon. It's a really cool, fun time. You don't want to miss out. And shout out to John for sponsoring Patreon memberships. I appreciate you, brother.
Love you, my man. Anything I can do, you know it, bro. This is
all right, guys.
Man. I love this channel.
My throat hurt, and I'm tired of talking. But tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Nitty Gritty Niners crew will be back. So make sure you got your alert set to on right here on the YouTube. Make sure you go to YouTube, you like, you comment, and subscribe right there inside the channel. All right, it's at the WayneBreezie. We appreciate you guys over here. Guys, stay up, stay faithful, always keep it nitty gritty, and most importantly, thank you for watching.